Hey there, Virgo. Welcome to a reading for the week of February 6th. We're just going to jump right in here, Virgo, and see what is going on for you this week. You start off with this high honor card. So you could be, clearly there could be a lot of attention coming in for you. You have the star. The star is, a critical card at this moment because we have Pluto going into Aquarius. Anything you can do to get, positive attention in any area of your life, obviously, is going to be very beneficial. I talk about this all the time because it's true. So I would be, in business and work and love, whatever it is you want, I would try to get as much positive attention as you possibly can. I do also feel like if you are attracting love, you really could be attracting someone very valuable, someone who gets high honors. You have the King of Swords here, even the King of Pentacles. These are cards of very kind of, I don't know what the word I'm looking for is, but very of you could be standing out in work or business, getting a raise or a promotion. This is one of my favorite cards in this deck, so I feel there's a lot of success coming in for you. I want to point out this way that, again, you could be attracting a person who's very busy, by the way, going King of Swords to the Two of Pentacles here, and also having the King of Pentacles here. I feel for some of you, this is actually the same person. I feel you could be attracting a person who's very stable, secure, but also has a lot of wisdom with the King of Swords. But I also feel like this person could be like an authority figure or a boss or something like that. And again, gender doesn't matter, but you have that Two of Pentacles. So this tells me that you could be attracting a person who's very busy. And I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing for you. It could be both. I don't know. But I do feel like you could be attracting a busy person. And I think you should just know that because, that might affect your decision, right? Whether if you don't want a busy person, then maybe you don't want to be with this person. But if you do, then, this could be the right person for you as well. There's also a big kind of focus on your dreams, of course. He has this fish in this cup. And I always say that fish in the cup is something that he is imagining. It might not actually exist. And then you have the star card, and the star is kind of like your North Star. It is the thing that you see as important in your life, the thing that guides you, right, as well. And you have the Ten of Cups. We'll talk about the Ten of Cups in a minute, but the Ten of Cups is your happily ever after. And again, it could be happy home, happy family, it could be love, but really with the star and the Page of Cups, which definitely could be love, it could also just be that you are kind of working on projects or you're finding fulfillment by doing things that you want to do in life. You could be doing things that are much more important to you at this time, and these could be work activities or businesses. And again, you could also have this sense of purpose, I feel, with the star card. Like it's like you feel like you're making a difference in your life. And again, clearly you end with this poised card, which basically says you're poised and ready for success. And that's what's coming in for you here, Virgo. You have this Three of Pentacles as well. Teamwork makes the dream work, as always. I mean, you have the Ten of Cups right here. Two of Pentacles is like juggling, handling too much, doing too much. Four of Cups says maybe you've been disappointed in like the past people that you have worked with, but again, have you learned something? So if you have a business or a job, or even if you just need help in life, can you ask for help? And I would say, yes, you can. Of course you can. And again, if you're worried that someone's going to do a bad job or whatever, then that says that maybe you haven't learned from your past mistakes. So it says, can you analyze your past mistakes, see where you made a mistake, and can you fix it now? So again, I would recommend that some of you, if you're like needing to hire people or whatever, look at your past mistakes. But I also feel there's a lot of success in teamwork. I also think there's something here about planning. Three of Pentacles, kind of a card of a plan, because you see here she's holding a plan and he has followed a plan. But it's a card of quality work. He's done a good job. So I kind of feel that where if you're doing something this week, that following a plan or having a plan, as simple as that sounds, I feel it will make all the difference. It'll make you much more successful than if you don't have a plan, obviously. With these Page of Cups, you have the Six of Cups. Could be a soulmate coming in for you. Six of Cups can represent someone from the past, but I don't really read it that way. To me, Six of Cups says do not get stuck in nostalgia. It says you need to focus on the future. So I feel like there's much better opportunity coming in for you in the future, but you kind of have to like focus on the future. With the star, you have the Devil. You could be healing from a toxic energy here, although I do feel that some of you could be attracting either an Aquarius or a Capricorn or someone who's born on the cusp of Aquarius and Capricorn. So it's definitely popping into my head that you could be attracting a person who is one of those signs. They could also have Aquarius and Capricorn in their chart if you're attracting love. On top of that, Again, some of you could be healing from something toxic because the star card is a card of healing and, from the devil, basically. With the Three of Pentacles, you have the Chariot, definitely a victory coming in for you. There's like a big victory coming in for you, and again, it's probably has to do with your happily ever after or something that could lead to abundance. Next, in the area of the unexpected, you have this forgiveness card. Not really, is that really something unexpected? I would say no. But maybe it's been easier to forgive the past or to forgive a person. Maybe it's been a lot easier than you thought it would be. I think forgiveness is important because you're not forgiving a person necessarily. You're just forgiving a situation. You could be forgiving yourself as well. And you have the Seven of Pentacles, the King of Swords, and the Ten of Cups. I feel like forgiveness could be the thing that brings your happily ever after to you. So again, if you're stuck on a past relationship, for example, and you're not forgiving the situation, that could be making it very difficult for true love to show up in your life. But it's like once you forgive and move on, then boom, here's your Ten of Cups. For others, I feel like this is more talking about your kind of focusing on your happily ever after. You can see that these people are standing in the real world and they're focusing on those 10 cups and the rainbow up there. It kind of says that they still have to deal with all the problems and issues of being in the world, but they're choosing to focus on happiness. So I would definitely focus on happiness here. Next, you have the King of Swords. Again, some of you could be forgiving a past situation. It might not even be a person. It might be a situation. Something that happened, something where you feel like you were unfairly judged here, Virgo. So I do feel for some of you, that's what you're forgiving, is like unfair judgment. It could be a group of people, a person, could be a job where something happened, or who knows, right? But I don't know. It's kind of weird. I have the word unfair judgment is popping into my head. Maybe people judged you harshly or something. And I feel like you're forgiving the situation. This is a major healing is what I would say to you, because I feel like it's really allowing you to move forward. I feel some of you, maybe you've been living in this situation for a while, whatever it is. I don't really, again, I don't have anything specific popping into my head. I don't really even have any good examples, but it's like we've all been unfairly judged at one point or another in life. I do feel like something really unfair happened here in your past, whatever it is. And, it's kind of like I feel like you're finally at that point of moving on from it with the Seven of Pentacles. It's almost like the Seven of Pentacles is saying to me, you've gotten what you can out of the situation, you learned from it, or it was a lesson or whatever. I feel like you're finally making peace with the situation as well. And it's like, this is really setting you free. I feel like this is leading you towards much greener pastures, let's put it that way, right? With the Seven of Pentacles, you have the Hierophant. Yeah, you learned all the lessons. The Hierophant is like the stern lesson teacher, right? So I feel like you've learned the lesson from whatever this was, and now you're finally moving on. You're graduating. The Hierophant is a card of graduation. I feel like you're graduating from a difficult lesson, but it's like an old lesson, which is weird. Maybe this happened years ago, right? With the King of Swords, you have the Two of Cups. I told you. I knew that was love with that King of Swords. So this is probably a very mature person. Any gender, whatever gender you're attracted to, doesn't matter. It could be an air sign. You have water. You have earth here. You have basically everything here. Taurus. I feel like you keep getting Taurus, Capricorn, Cancer. You have basically everything. So, it could be a perfect match. What I would say is that this person's very mature. And they might be older than you, but it's not always true. With the King of Swords, they could be the same age. It could be younger, but usually King of Swords type people carry themselves in a very mature way. They usually have a lot of knowledge and wisdom as well. It's one thing to be smart, but, this person's probably pretty street smart as well. Or they've at least put their knowledge into practice. Again, I think the important thing with the King of Swords is that you have to put the things that you learn into practice. You have to use those things, right? And that's what leads to success. I also feel like you could be putting things that you've learned into practice. Two of Cups is you and your higher self. And so when we listen to our higher self and we actually work with the energy that we have, then we become very successful. And that's what I get there. With the Ten of Cups, you have the Sun. Amazing. Definitely a lot of happiness. It's crazy to me that someone else had the Sun and the Star as well. I've seen it like 3 times today. So there's clearly a lot of positive attention. You have that Poised card. Again, we're getting closer and closer and closer to Pluto entering into Aquarius. I'm going to keep preaching this because it's super important. If you want anything in life, you have to get positive attention on it right now. And again, we're talking about positive attention. We're also, what I would say is that I think that this could represent needing to be bold and assertive. There's a lot of uncertainty in the astrology right now, but it doesn't actually exist. It's false uncertainty, right? So the people who take the risks and who move into uncertainty, maybe you want to start a business, you don't know how. Maybe you want to start a relationship, you don't know how. This basically says do it anyway, because if you do, you will be rewarded. And it doesn't matter what it is that you want to start. Next, in the area of the critical information you need to hear right now, you have this card that says, let go of the idea that you're not ready. You are ready. I thought I saw the Fool here, but I guess not. The Poise card is basically the Fool. You have this Gaia card that says, trust the universe has a better plan than you do. And it says, spend time in nature to be healed, soothed, and regrouped. So I definitely feel that the universe has a better plan for you. It's something that, going through this Seven of Pentacles, if I put myself in your shoes and try to go through this Seven of Pentacles situation, whatever it was, and try to speed it up in my head, it's almost as if you're saying, like, why couldn't this happen sooner? As in, like, why did I have to go through all this to get the lesson? And, I don't know. Who knows, right? But I do feel like you're kind of moving past it. I also feel like you are over-prepared for something, which comes up a lot for you, Virgo, because of this right here. You keep getting the King of Pentacles in your readings. I'm pretty sure your last reading, you had it in the reading before that. You have the Knight of Swords and the Two of Pentacles. I feel like this Knight of Swords says you've made mistakes in the past by moving too quickly, by being too hasty and rushing into decisions. But, I feel at the same time, this King of Pentacles is saying, okay, but you don't have to overcorrect, right? I see this as a little bit of an overcorrection where sometimes we make a mistake, like maybe we move too quickly in love, or maybe we move too quickly in a business, but then we go the other direction and we become like too slow. We become too complacent, or we, do whatever. So I kind of see this as an overcorrection. Don't really feel like this is bad. I feel like you are recognizing it with that Knight of Swords, at least, that you're making or have made an overcorrection. And maybe you're kind of like fixing it in some way. I do also feel there's like a lot of financial abundance coming in for you with the King of Pentacles, but he is the card of convention, the way things have always been done. So I feel that if any upgrades, anything new that you could do in your business, any new ideas, obviously, again, Pluto and Aquarius, going to be super successful for you if you try new things. You have the Two of Pentacles here as well. Two of Pentacles, work hard, play hard, and it is a card of like putting a lot of work into things. So Two of Pentacles is a very busy energy. I would make sure that you're not just being busy. I would make sure that you're focusing on the things that really work. I think that what's really important right now is that we focus on that, especially if you have a lot of Earth in your chart, like if you're a Virgo, right? And you're watching this reading, I'm assuming you're a Virgo. But even if you're not, if you just have Virgo in your chart or a lot of Earth in your chart, I would say that it's going to be really important that you focus on efficiency. Pluto is leaving Capricorn. It's going into Aquarius. When a planet leaves a sign, that's when we get the medicine, right? So basically, Pluto and Capricorn, it's leaving in March and it's going into Aquarius, but it wants us to be efficient. If there are things that we're doing that aren't moving the needle forward, if there are things that we're doing in life that are slowing us down, then we're going to have a hard time. If we learn to focus on the things that are efficient, that work really well, and also provide quality to the world or to our business or to our relationship, that's how we'll be really, really successful. So let's see here. With the King of Swords, you have the Temperance card. You can turn a negative into a positive or a positive into a negative. It's up to you. This is a card of transformation, Virgo, and for like the past 3 years or so, you've been getting these very powerful transformation readings with me. So you're the only sign that gets readings like this. So I think you're definitely one of the signs that could be going through some major transformative energy, right? With the Knight of Swords, you have the Ace of Wands. A lot of passion rushing in here. Again, if there's a new relationship or if you're getting into a relationship, could be very passionate. I wouldn't rush, but I also wouldn't be moving like a snail, right? I would be kind of somewhere in the middle of there, like a normal pace. And just no overcorrection is what I'm getting. I also feel you are feeling very inspired. It seems to be a very inspirational week. I've done half of these readings, and like every single person has had the Star card or the Sun or both or the Ace of Wands. And what I would really say is that I feel we need to follow our inspirations at this time. You could feel inspired to like take your business in a new direction or to start a new business. And it could be just be the thing that you need to be very, very successful. So, I would embrace those new directions. With the Two of Pentacles, you have the Lovers. Yes, definitely love. Some of you might have a choice in love. And what I would say is I would pick the new person, plain and simple, Chariot. Chariot, Two of Cups. Do you have the Two of Pentacles? Yes, the Two of Pentacles. Duh. It's like, those are cards of newness, picking something new. The Lovers is like being at a crossroads. Maybe you have a choice to go back to a person or to pick a new person. Again, I would pick a new person. Chariot really encourages us to you like step away from the unfamiliar or from the familiar. It asks us to move towards the unfamiliar. He's leaving the city behind on the chariot card. He's stepping into the unknown. He's charging into the unknown because he's in a freaking chariot. And the universe is guiding him. So go where the universe is guiding you. Where is the universe guiding you? Well, the universe is guiding you to being on a pedestal here, Virgo. So this is showing up in the area of the good stuff. Doesn't matter what shows up in this row. It's going to be positive no matter what. So I feel like you are being kind of lifted up at this time. You're in a position of authority, getting attention, standing out in some way. Like I said, this is like my favorite card in this deck. There's a lot of attention coming in for you. You have the Seven of Swords, Six of Cups, and the Four of Cups. Seven of Swords, of course, can be lying, cheating, stealing. I would, of course, even though this is the area of the good stuff, I, of course, would be careful of any past liar, cheater, stealer. But I do feel that the Seven of Swords is a good card. It is a golden card. Golden cards in the tarot are meant to be positive. He's doing things differently. He's stealing those swords from an army in the background so that they can't be used against him in battle the next day. So instead of going to war, he's stealing the swords so they can't be used against him. It basically says, is there a better way that you can do the things you're doing? Is there a more efficient way? We just talked all about this. Is there a more efficient way you can do the things you want to do in life? And I would say, yes, there is. You're going to have to do your research. You're going to have to look into things. And you're really going to have to explore new ideas in like work, business, or all other areas of your life. But, I keep saying to people that I truly believe we're in a time where we have to move a lot of dirt to get to the gold, as I've been saying. It's like, if you want to learn something new, probably most of the stuff you learn is going to be absolute junk. The stuff that works is going to work amazingly well. Again, dirt, gold. There's only a little bit of gold in the earth. There's a ton of dirt. So, I know that sounds daunting, but really I would encourage people to do it because you're going to be very successful. You have these Six of Cups here. I just feel like good energy. Again, you have the Sun and the Ten of Cups, which kind of makes sense. These are all energies of, really being happy, really feeling fulfilled, feeling like things are going the right direction. So I feel like you're feeling fulfilled, happy, like things are going the right direction, enjoying life. And, that's how it should be. So I really like this kind of like this Six of Cups energy. You have the Four of Cups. And again, I feel that the grass is greener on the other side. This is the good stuff. Normally, Four of Cups says the grass is not greener on the other side. I feel if you're making a change, if you're wondering, like, is this relationship, are all relationships the same, or is this going to be better? It's going to be better. You might be thinking the same thing in work or business. Maybe you're thinking, oh, my new idea, it's not going to work because none of my ideas work. But I would change your thoughts. Be careful of your thoughts. Temperance, right? I would be careful of your thoughts because your thoughts are going to become things. With the Seven of Swords, you have the Three of Cups. Major celebration coming in for you. I just feel happiness in general because things seem to be going your way. With the Six of Cups, you have the Tower. Again, positive no matter what. So again, you could be rebuilding a tower if you had a tower moment. You could also be avoiding a tower. The tower falls because things have become too familiar. So if you're noticing that something is too much the same in your life, if things are just too there's too much mundane energy, you could be switching things up, and that could be the thing that's leading to success with the Tower. Again, this is the good stuff, so really the Tower, as on the positive side of things, the Tower can be a light bulb moment, a flash of inspiration. With the Four of Cups, you have the Judgment card. Here you go. That changes everything because Tower and Judgment, to me, is the most powerful combination in the tarot. It is a major revelation, major wake-up call. And again, it's coming up in the good stuff, and there's a light bulb. Are you kidding me? There's a light bulb on this card. There's clearly a very positive light bulb moment for you this week. We're going to pull 3 yes or no question cards now, Virgo. We're going to do 1, 2, and 3 right here. If you have questions, great. Feel free to pause the reading, and you can ask up to 3 questions. These are going to be yes, no, maybe questions. If not, I'm going to put all 3 together at the end, like a personalish reading. So pause now, because I'm going to start reading the cards. For question number 1, I would say no. You have the Tower, so could lead to a Tower moment. For question number 2, I would say no. I think you need to look at your priorities, and I think you need to look at your responsibilities here and really decide like what you want to invest in and not. And for question number 3, I would say yes. 3, this is cause and effect, the Justice card. So Justice says, if you put energy into something, do you get energy back? And if the answer is yes, then yes. I feel like putting this all together, number 1, I'm getting a move. So some of you could be moving somewhere where there's less not less. I kind of want to say less responsibility. I don't think that's really what I'm getting. I think sometimes we live somewhere, maybe it's too expensive. You could be moving somewhere cheaper, but there could also be additional benefits there as well. So I think it would be totally worth it. I also feel like some of you could be getting justice if you're dealing with like a divorce or separation here. So that's like what I'm getting here, but a really good reading, Virgo. So thank you for being here and definitely enjoy your week.